Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Positive Vibes with Grace Adeoye. Today, we're going to be talking about something really interesting, something that I've wanted to talk about for a long time. And the title of this podcast is Why Are You Doing What You Are Doing? The decisions you make, whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's big, whether it's small, why exactly are you doing it? The reason why I'm asking you this question is because it is so possible for you to do things for the wrong reasons. It's possible for you to do things because everybody is doing it. It's possible to do things because that's the expectation that was placed on you. And it's possible to live a life doing what everybody expects of you to do without actually maximizing your life. Really, it's like you're just a television and the entire world has your remote control, and when they say go, because okay, it's all right, everybody says go and you go. When they say stop to get like Squid Game, green light, red light, something like that. But it's not as if those things are actually bad, because things that like culture to get way of life, things or people's perceptions to get how people think you should do, what people expect of you to do in this situation. But I want us to take a step further to gain insight into purposeful living, so that the things that you're doing, you not just do it because that is what people expect of you to do. And when you do things with purpose, when you do things with the right intent, it also helps you to properly screen what you should not be doing. Because the funny thing is that there are things that might be wrong, but everybody is saying as right. But because you're basing the essence, you're basing whether you're going to do this or not do this on whether people say it's okay or not, you'll end up doing it and it's wrong to get. And the other reason why this is important is because there are things that are right, but there are things that are not for you to get. Everybody is unique. Everybody's at a different phase and stage of their life. Everybody is an individual. Everybody is running their own race. So there are things that you might be supposed to do, maybe that you are supposed to do, but maybe it's not the right time. There are things that are good, but maybe it's not for you to get. But because you do not even actually properly think enough to understand why you're doing what you're doing, you just go with the flow to get, and it's not the best way to maximize a life that you have just one chance to live to get. If you have just imagine you have just one phone. You're only going to get one phone in your entire life. You can't change it. Maybe you can upgrade it or something, but you can't change it. You're stuck with this phone. Imagine how you use it. You're going to be very careful with it. So why not take a chance and maximize your life to get? So the gist of this podcast is, don't just do everything because of the many reasons to get, without thinking about it yourself to get. Process your decisions. Think about what you're doing. Think about the purpose of anything, and I think that is important. It's look at things like as if it's a product. It's like before you buy something now, you need to know why you want to buy it. You get why you need it, what it's going to do for you, what value it's going to add to your life. If you want to do anything, look at it as a kind of product. You're going to be buying something with your time, buying something with a part of your life to get. So what am I going to get in return? What I'm getting in return, is it going to be beneficial to me? Is it going to be worth it? Do I need it? for this phase and stage that my life is in? Do you get? Am I up to this task? Things like that. And I have been listening to Miles Monroe a lot, and one of his messages, he said everything has a purpose. Everything that exists, your bed has a purpose. In the same way, if you go up to other things, going to school has a purpose. Education has a purpose. And it will surprise you that things like marriage have a purpose. Yes, it's not just because marriage is just an example. It's not just because you're of age, it's the right time, you're finished school, you've got a house, you have a car, you have money in your bank account, $30 billion in your account, so you feel that, okay, I think I should get married. Being of age, because all your friends have gotten married, you're tired of attending weddings, is not the only reason. It's not justifiable enough. It does not make sense. It does not it's not a solid footing for making that kind of decision. You get? And marriage might be a big example, but this principle can even be applied to things like buying a TV, you get, changing your phone, different things like that. So everything has a purpose, you get, but it is not every purpose that is known. You get? That's the second thing Miles Monroe said. Everything has a purpose. Then it is not every purpose that is known. You get? If I don't know the purpose of a TV, I might buy it and just keep it in my room. I might buy it and, you get, since it's flat, I use it in the kitchen to cook stuff. You get? And so the third thing is, when the purpose of a thing is not known, then abuse is inevitable. That means there are no two ways to it. You can't avoid it. You're definitely going to abuse that thing if you don't know the purpose of that thing. And that's what happens. Because how are you sure that those people that you are listening to, that you are advising, the ways of the world, you get, people's expectations of you, how are you sure that they actually know what they're talking about? You get? How are you sure that they know the purpose of what it is, especially when you've not confirmed it by yourself? You get? Then another thing that Miles Monroe said is that the best way to clarify the purpose of anything is from the manufacturer. To get, for instance, in fact, this is a very good example. You're a man, you're a woman. To get, knowing your purpose as a human being, a man or a woman, it's very, very important. And to do that, you go to the manufacturer. That's the best place to go to. So, in conclusion, everything that I'm trying to say is, don't just do things because that's the in thing, that's the trend, because that's what everybody's saying, because you feel it's the right time to do that. Do things because you are purposeful about all the decisions that you take, and ask God. Is usually the creator of most of those things that we depend on people to ask about. Depend on people to find out, So ask God, seek God, find out information, read. In fact, this is another reason why reading has become compulsory. Like, we just have to read. We have to learn about ourselves, and we have to meditate, seek God, so that we can really hear Him, so that we can have clarity in maximizing this one life that God has given us. So that's all I have for you for this week. Have a lovely week ahead. Have a lovely month. May all that you do, may all that you lay your hand on to do prosper, and may you live purposefully and intentionally. In Jesus' name. Have a lovely day and happy new month. Bye.